So the album is self-titled. Why did you guys choose to go with that?
I think it's sort of a classic style, uh,
Yeah, definitely.
and I just kind of like that. It wasn't not any particular reason except that, you know, I always felt that self-titled albums they are kind of somehow some of those albums are really great in my opinion, like Queen One, Queen was it Queen Two or something.
Yeah,
So
we
I
love that. It's like,
was that.
yeah, it sounds so good.
Yeah, so it was just a classic style, and we decided to go
Per-
for that.
Perfect. So CROWNSHIFT has members from some of Finland's finest acts like Children of Bodom, NIGHTWISH, Fintroll, and WINTERSUN. Is there one member doing the majority of the writing, or is it a pretty shared effort among everyone?
Well, actually, majority of the writing is music-wise done by me, and lyrics we tend to split with Tommy, the vocalist.
Yeah.
So, and everybody gets to or are involved in arrangement process, but usually the song starts from me, and I do some kind of demo, and then I send it out to the other guys, and they will tweak it from there. So that's how
Wonderful.
we.
So it's a big collaboration, like after you get it rolling.
Well, yeah, it's mostly like done by remotely. We don't really gather that much together in the same room because I mean
Yeah.
we live in different part of the world and or
So where
city.
does everyone live then? They're spread out a bit.
Well, our bass player is living in Austria, so and the rest of us are living in Finland. So
Oh, okay. Yeah.
it's a little bit trickier to bring everybody in the same room at the same time, but I don't think we really, we've been doing this as long as we remember, and also in my previous bands, except Children Bottom, that was different, and working remotely, so it's really no biggie.
Well, yeah. So your group is obviously made up of a very busy group of musicians. So do you find time? Do you find it hard to find time to get the writing process down and the recording process down, or all the recordings done remotely?
Um, yes and no. It it's not really about finding. If I want to write music, I have to find time. Other guys don't really have to find
Of
time
course.
for that. But of course, when we do a recording, it wasn't really that big of a problem, because we went like instrument by instrument, one instrument at a time. So we didn't really have to find time for all of the guys at the same time.
Oh, cool. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
So you currently do vocals for Nail Down as well. Did you have an interest in doing vocals for Crown Shift as well?
No, not really. And I haven't done vocals for years, and I nailed down it's been inactive so long. And I
Yeah.
at some point I stopped doing vocals because my voice just couldn't take it. At least, being in a lead singer, it's a total different job than doing backing vocals here and there. So
Oh,
no, we
definitely.
always wanted to set, somebody else to do the vocals for Crown Shift.
Yeah, perfect. So were you the wizard that wrote all the solos? They sound a little less neoclassical influenced, seem to be played with a little bit more feel and like melody in mind compared to like your general melodic death metal. Like, was that intentional?
Not really, I just tend to go by instinct. What sounds good sounds good.
Yeah,
And
that's super cool.
what fits, it fits. Not really that much. Well, of course, I do put the time, a lot of time and planning there, but I wasn't go for like certain style or anything. It was just usually the song and the chords underneath dictates a lot.
Yeah, so
But
you're like, this is what I feel, this is what I like, and this is how it's happening.
absolutely, yeah,
Oh,
right.
that's wonderful. Yeah, cool. What do you like most about modern metal, and like where do you see it going?
What do I like about modern
Uh,
metal?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, I don't know. That's a tricky question. What I like, metal, modern.
Yeah, not fair, fair.
I mean, there's so much different kind of modern metal. I probably don't like all of it, and depends what you count as modern metal. If you, yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
it gives a lot of room, creativity, wise, to play modern metal or metal in general. You know, it's a very spread out term.
it is. It really is.
Yeah.
It's a very blanket coverage.
Yeah. So hard to like pinpoint one thing what I like or don't like.
Yeah, that's great though. Crown Shift seems to have found the perfect balance between like melody and aggression with it having not overly harsh vocals. Like, was that a conscious effort?
Well, yeah, because it's probably because all of us like a lot of different styles of metal or genres of metal or even outside metal. So
Yeah,
yeah, we always wanted to include all kind of vocals, screams, growls, cleans, and everything
yeah,
between. So yeah, that was and also, well, when we got Tommy, we knew that we can do that because it's not really depends. It also depends who's doing the vocals. Can you really
oh,
have the
yeah.
skills to do everything? But with Tommy, we felt that we can pretty much, do whatever we want.
Feel like this is the guy who's going to make it happen.
Absolutely, he's an animal.
Oh, that's so good. Where did you kind of feel like the influence came from the most with a lot of your writing?
Oh boy, that's a long list, my
It's a
friend.
long list. Okay.
Yeah, probably the same as before. Well, I like a lot of Gothenburg metal scene. That's been a big influence to me. Also, my old heroes, Ozzy and Alice Cooper, and even
Iconic.
some 18s hard rock stuff like Rat,
Yeah,
Def
cool.
Leppard, Guns N'
Yep.
Roses. That list goes on and on and on. So it's you're kind of like filter everything you hear, and that's gonna reflect always my songwriting as well.
Absolutely. So from your time in Children of Bodom, did you bring of anything that you learned or picked up from there into this band?
Oh, I think so. Because it was funny when Children Bottom came out, or they were like emerging band somewhere around early 2000 or whatever. I was really into it, especially the Hatebreeder, Follow the Reaper era.
Yep.
And at some point, you know, I stopped following them that actively until I got the call to join the band. So that made me also like listen to them more. And of course, when you had to dive deep into the songs, you kind of notice, oh, there was a cool trick there too, and here and there, and absolutely some of that, I probably absorbed and put into CROWNSHIFT.
Yeah, that's awesome. Um, how long did it got how long did it take for you guys to record your album?
I mean, it happened during many years. We did like beats here and there, and we actually started that from a long time ago. And then it was a couple of years just on hold because the pandemic, and we had like everything recorded, but we didn't want to mix that album until we were like sure that we have a release or label
Yep.
for it. Because the earlier you do the mixing, then the product doesn't probably sound that good anymore if there's a lot of time you know pass by.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I
we want
suppose
to
it
do the
shifts a little.
yeah, because that production is going forward all the time, and yeah, it was a multi-year project. to get this done.
So how did the band originally come about?
Well, originally, me, Heikki, and Jukka, we were already we have already played in a band together called Norther, and it
Yeah.
was like 2012, I think, when the band disbanded. And we already then talked about that. Someday we're gonna do something together. And it took a little while, but now we are here. And also Tommy was my old friend too when we started to think about who could do the vocals. He was the like first guy in my mind because to be honest, there isn't really that many guys in Finland who can do like such a wide range of vocals than he does. And he's also on top of that really nice and cool guy, and he fits perfectly in the group, which is really important.
Oh, it's massive. It's like if you're going to be spending time with these people, like you want to be friends, like you want to get along.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. That's right. That's right.
All right. So your first show is May 15th in Helsinki. Is that right?
That's very right.
That's super, super exciting. Are you guys all pretty G'd up for it?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's been a while personally when I even play live shows. Last time it was like during pandemic. So
Oh,
I'm
wow.
really hungry to get back on stage again, and all of us are. And yeah, we are now rehearsing a lot for those shows, and it sounds good. It's going well. We're pretty confident, and but also excited because it's a new group, new production, new everything. So yeah, exciting.
Oh, that's going to be so good. I'm excited to see some like live footage of it or something. Okay, so when I was trying to work out the date because of our time difference, what date does your debut album come out? Is it the 10th?
10th, yes.
The 10th. Very, very exciting. I think we're all very, very excited to hear it. So the singles, do they give us a pretty good insight of what we're going to be getting from it?
I think they do, but there's still a lot more to come. You know, you haven't exactly heard the proggy side of us, so there's gonna be
The
a little.
the
I have.
proggy side.
Yeah, there's gonna be a little bit more
Oh,
progressive stuff as well. But
very,
obviously,
very
those weren't
exciting.
like pretty. Those weren't really good single songs. So,
Stop.
so yeah, you probably heard the more accessible side of CROWNSHIFT.
Absolutely. It's a good intro, I guess.
Yeah, I think so. And people have been really gave us really good feedback about
And
those
that's what
songs.
you want. Absolutely. When do you think we can expect a Australian tour then?
I don't know. I wish to come there right away because I've never been Australia and I'm bummed about that.
You're
And
gonna love it. It's great.
yeah, I'm sure I would. But yeah, I don't know how easy it's or how difficult it's get to Australia with emerging bands right now. I suppose it's quite difficult, but I hope we can do it someday.
Yeah, definitely. It'll be in the near future. I'm sure of it. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
What about food when you're on the road? What kind of Finnish food do you miss most?
I don't really miss Finnish food because I like, my favorite foods are non-Finnish.
Oh, fair enough. What's your favorite food then?
Asian.
Asian food. Me too.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, I'm sorry for that. So I don't miss Finnish food at all.
That's great. What's your favorite country to tour then?
Many, you know, probably most of the tours I've been doing has been in US. I like being there, US and Canada, and but also Japan was impressive. Mexico, South America was impressive, but for like a different reasons. They all have
Yeah.
their like own twist why I like them. So
Yes, that's good.
I'm not forgetting about Europe as well.
Very
So
exciting.
yeah. it probably it's more like a what day are you playing the show? If you're on a Tuesday or in somewhere, it's not gonna be as rad as would be like Friday on.
Friday, Saturday gigs always go.
Yeah, 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 absolutely. So, but that being said, I love like all the fans all over the world and
Have you got like
everyone.
a favorite venue you've ever played?
Mm, not on the top of my mind right now. Yeah, I'm really bad with venues names and everything. So I
That
usually
is
remember
fair
them
enough.
when I walk in. Oh, this is this. Like, but
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
ask
it's like,
me names, I don't remember anything. Like,
oh, that's
same
great.
with airports.
Oh my gosh, yes, absolutely. All right, well,
You
I
have a
might hand you over to
visual memory. Yeah,
I'll hand you over to Tom. He's got a couple of questions for you as well, if that's all good.
sure.
Daniel,
Awesome.
so Madeline hadn't had a chance to actually hear a review copy of the album. I actually just finished listening to it a few hours ago, and it's a fucking monster. So well done. Like literally the very first note, I'm like, yeah, that Patrick Bateman American Psycho. As soon as you hear it, it's just like nice. So,
Awesome, man.
um, mate, this is going to be a real tonal shift for the interview. But a bit of backstory on me: I'm a recovering alcoholic. I'm over 6 years sober. So when Alexi died, and because it's been 4 years, I believe, since we lost him, I wasn't aware of the health struggles that he was going through. And then when I found out, it hit me like a ton of bricks. Um, what did firstly, I mean, how often do you find yourself thinking about Alexi?
Every day, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's yeah, it's still kind of hard. I mean, it's been over 4 years, but it's probably something that stays with you forever. And yeah, I think of him every day.
Did his struggles ever change how you viewed alcohol?
What's that?
Did
Sorry?
his struggles with alcoholism change or affect how you look at alcohol?
Not really, because I
Yeah.
never was like I always get my drinking in check, and I don't really drink that much. And I don't feel I ever had a problem with partying or substances or whatever. So not really affect on my behavior.
Yeah. People obviously put a lot of emphasis, obviously, on the dark sides, dark times when someone passes. But I think, like, when you think of him, what are some funny memories of Alexi? What pops into your mind and makes you smile?
Sorry, the audio was,
Um,
dropping. Can you repeat, please?
when you think about Alexi, what are some of the funnier memories that pop up?
I don't know. There's like many of them, and this is also one of these questions when you ask about it, you just have troubles to
Yeah.
remember some particular. But he was a funny guy for sure, and yeah, there's a lot of good memories with him, but it's a long list, like on top of my head.
The $1 million question. What do you think he would make of CROWNSHIFT?
Well, I know he actually heard one of the song and he really much dig it, and I'm sure he would dig the whole album. But he
Which
he heard one of the song like early version, very early version, and he was like, "Dude, it's just like your stuff. You're killing it." Who's this guy singing? He was like really impressed. I mean, he really genuinely seemed to be impressed. So I think he would love the album
what song was it that he heard?
if you dare.
Nice.
Yeah,
Oh, Alexi approved. I love it.
he
Mate,
did.
Yeah, this has been awesome, man. Thank you very much for your time. Um,
Thank you, man.
and yeah, congratulations on the album. It's an
Thank you.
absolute monster. And yeah, Matt, we hope you get to make it here very soon.
Thanks, man. I wish that too. Yeah. Are you guys from which city?
So we're in Brisbane.
Brisbane.
Sorry.
We're in
You go,
Brisbane.
you go.
We're in Brisbane, mate.
Okay. Is
So
that how far from Sydney or Melbourne?
yeah, so we're north. We're in where it gets
Yeah.
as you go up the country, obviously it gets hotter and hotter. We're about the halfway point of the hotness. If you go
Okay.
another half up there, you will burn to a crisp. Like
Okay. Awesome.
so
Yeah.
I definitely think you need to tour here in the summer so we can watch someone from Finland absolutely melt on stage.
Yeah. I keep my fingers crossed. I hope to get there someday. Yeah.
Awesome, mate. Thanks very much,
Thank
mate.
you so much for your
Hey,
time.
thank you. Thank you.